and happy Memorial Day. I'm Capi from the Yarn and I Capi Podcast, and I thought I would just do a little quick thing, let you know some of the stuff that I've been up to and playing around with and just having fun. You can find me as the Yarn and I on Ravelry. I'm the Yarn and Me on Instagram, but my business is the Yarn and I on Instagram. And let's see, I have a small presence on Facebook. I've been posting things intermittently, but I just have a hard time getting into Facebook. Anyway, and I have a shop on Etsy, the Yarn and I, and right now I've got some really neat things on sale, and I hope you'll check it out. So, got that part out of the way. I decided on Mother's Day to just spur of the moment take some fun things to do with my granddaughters. And we were going to make some little kind of like change purses, and we were going to kind of like the notion, it would be a notions pouch to us crafters. But my daughter and granddaughter, they were going to put them in their purse for the incidentals that, you take in your purse. And I got the pattern. My daughter bought the pattern in Shipshawana, and when I opened it up and looked at it, there was a lot more to it than what we could do in a very short period of time. So luckily I had taken some things with me spur of the moment and some headbands. And you might have seen on my Instagram feed this headband, and there's a little kit in my shop. And what we did is we took on the bottom here, we just put a piece of fabric over the end, glued it in both places. And then this is some of the sari silk that I have and have had for a long time from Darn Good Yarns. I have a lot of it here that I'm going to actually be putting on my Etsy shop. I haven't had it on there yet. I've had banana fiber on there, you might have seen. But anyway, we just started with a glue gun, and we wrapped and we wrapped and we wrapped around and kept it kind of, tight so that, I hope you can pick this up. So if I go there, you can see. And it kind of changes colors through this particular skein, goes from like yellows and greens and blues, and then it moves into the reds and purples, oranges, and that kind of thing. So we wrapped it around, and they loved it. The girls, they had a great time doing this. My oldest granddaughter is going to be in a wedding that has a Into the Woods kind of theme, and it's very it's going to be fairy type things. And so she took this fiber that I have. This is a chiffon, and it's every once in a while, I don't know if I can get one here, but it's got sequins, and you can see it's fairly rough. It was rough torn by the ladies that do this for Darn Good Yarns. Plug to them. And they're in Nepal and India, all kinds of places, and they do this for them. So she wrapped a headband with this. And again, we took some of this and put it on the end of the headband, because that's the one area that you have a hard time wrapping around. So anyway, she did this, and then the little granddaughter decided that she wanted one like that, and what she did to make hers a little different was she also put a piece of sari silk. I don't have it here, but you got to imagine. She took a piece of this and just ran it up around the outside, and she attached braids that she made out of the silk, or the banana fiber is what I think I had there at their house too. Anyway, and she attached them here And when she went to school on Monday, my daughter said she had to wear it. And she went to school and everybody said, "Oh, did you go to the islands?" Because she had these things hanging through her blonde hair. And they thought she had gone to the islands for the weekend. So it was kind of fun. And I thought I would share that with you because, you know, as crafters, we have a lot of supplies. And, you know, it's kind of hard to know what to do with things that we have. And sometimes the simplest things turn out to be the most fun. And so I thought another idea that I had was, you know, for those of us that have these little bits and we have our minis and we have our things and we're always looking for something different to do with them, why not take them and wrap them around a headband? It's a good way for you to show off your yarn and actually have something that's functionable. Another thing you can think of is some other hair accessory or whatever, but at least it's something that we can do something and show off the beauty that we have in our fiber world. So in addition to that, I kind of have been playing around a little bit more this week. And one of the fibers that I have, and if you're a weaver, I actually, after showing this headband, I've actually sold some of my banana fibers to some weavers. Thank you very much. I think they're going to, one lady contacted me and she bought all 7 skeins that I had of this banana fiber in the kaleidoscope colors. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I saved one out for me. But she bought this and, tag in there, and she is making placemats with it. So, I mean, perfect. And my banana fiber and my sari silks and stuff are less than anybody else out there. So, I'm kind of comfortable with that. So this is actual silk. And it is, again, it's a darn good yarns. I got it quite a while ago. And all I did was took a crochet hook and chained. I put some beads on it. And this is a one of those Tibetan silver charms, you know, that they have out. This one had a little connector in the back that I could just run it through. And so it's a fish. And I thought it's kind of like a fish with coral, you know, a fish swimming around the coral reef. And look how cute that is. I mean, it's really a fun thing. So I'm actually, most of you that have watched before know that I have quite a selection of my silks and things. And I'm going to put them out. And I think now that the world is ready, I might even tie this on. I put a loop on the end of it. Very simple. I should show you that. I just took, I put 2 threads together here, I guess, when I did my crocheting. There's actually 2 colors there. I don't know if we can get that to come out. Let's get to where it can focus. So there's two different, I think I just wanted something else together with it. And can we get this up there? Yeah, I'm not good at this, guys. Anyway, this is just a merino cashmere nylon. I don't like anything that kind of itches, so I thought if I put a strand of merino cashmere nylon with the silk, it would make it nice and soft, and it did. So anyway, so I just put a loop there, and then I put it back. I haven't even trimmed it yet. Here's the ends right here that are coming off of it. But I just wrapped and wrapped and wrapped and wrapped like they show on bracelets. And then my goal is to put another one of these beads on the end. Haven't done that yet. And then this is just going to go simply over the bead to make a clasp. So I don't have to buy anything. I can use what I have. So anyway, so I thought that was kind of fun. This one, I want to give credit to Knit Collage, Amy. And this is an idea that she used with her, it was done with her wildflower yarn, the yarn that's out of material. And she used these. These are from the hardware store. They are brass connectors. I don't have them with me, but that was what they are, is just brass connectors. And I went on Amazon. Hers were from Lowe's. And I went on Amazon, and I think I got 50 of these for, I don't know, $8, something like that. But anyway, look how cute that is. It's just 4 of them there. And I put a couple of wood beads, same crochet on the cord. Yeah, stop moving it around, Cappy. All right, let's do this. So these are fun things you could do. You can do them when your grandchildren come. Let's tie it up a little higher. Okay. You can do some really fun things. If your grandchildren are anything like mine, the girls, they're into that boho chic, and they think all of this stuff is really fun. And for you that are a bit older, it is kind of funny to see the looks on their faces when you actually come up with an idea that is cool. Because I think we all lived through the hippie movement, and so some of this stuff is coming back, but to the young people today, they just think, oh, that's really cool. Where'd you learn to do that? So anyway, all right, I'm going to take a sip of my tea, and this, I have to tell you, this is really good tea. This is, if you've ever ordered anything from me, I tried to put in a tea bag with my business card in the package. And the teas that I put in there are from a place called Davidsons, and they're in Utah. And they have a lot of selections of different teas and things like that. And this is one that I think is caffeine free, but it has a little bit of honey in it, just dehydrated honey. And it is called Meyer Lemon, and it is really good. I like it warm, but nowhere near. My husband made some tea for me, and I said, gosh, I really don't think I want it to be hot, because I'm already, as you can kind of tell, hot. And so I put ice in it, and it's fabulous. So, cheers. So, let me see. Oh, some other things that I can share. All right, this is some of these silk ribbons that I have. And what we did with something like this is we made beads. Now, I only have one to show you because the girls put the other ones in their headbands. But I was able to grab one to take home. I said I wanted to show it. And I'm going to try and come up to the, I don't know where let's get it. I'm going to try it there, maybe against my arm. Sorry guys, it's not a pretty picture, but do you see that? Make out that it's wrapped. So what we started with was a piece of this sari silk ribbon. And I've got my drink straw here, but this is actually, we used the straws. I went online and saw this on Pinterest. And so we started wrapping the silk around it. Can you see me doing that? Okay, let's keep this going a little bit. Now, what we did is, I'm not doing it now, but we used glue. I had some tacky glue. And so we put a little tacky glue on and then rolled some more and put some tacky glue on. So you were constantly gluing it to itself. And so you can see this is just the sari silk ribbon with the little tatters and things. So you did that for a little bit, cut it off, and glue the end down. And then we took the other, I have some banana fiber here. You're going to have to imagine this. But basically what we did is we just took this and in strands and wrapped it around. Okay, so let's try and get a piece here for example's sake. Here, I'll put a couple of them on there. So we wrapped these around and glued. Okay, does that make sense? I'm going to do it kind of haphazardly here. I hope you enjoy this video. I just thought, you know, it's something different. Okay, so you can see I've wrapped it around there randomly. But if you go on to Pinterest, there's a lot of people that show these kind of beads. Now you let them dry for a good long time. I would say maybe even as much as like the next day, because it's going to take a while for that tacky glue to, you know, dry all the way through the layers. But then we just slip the straw off, and you can do several of them on the same straw and just cut in between. So that makes it kind of nice. You can keep on going. And where did my bead go? There it is. And I mean it's quite hard. They're hard with all that glue. And then you can just there is an end, but it you know, it's kind of on the other end. Maybe see that end. Can you see through to my outside light? No, you cannot. Anyway, it's there. You can kind of make out. There, I got some light. Let there be light right through that little tiny hole. Okay, anyway. So, there. Okay, so you can get something through there. It's, the hole is, what, maybe a centimeter. This is a pretty good size straw. Thank you, IKEA. I love IKEA. If you can't tell, everything in here was IKEA. So, anyway, so that's some beads. So, I guess that's my crafty tips for today. I have some other things to show you, and then I'm going to, I'm trying to do this very quickly. If I sound like I'm talking fast, I don't mean to, but my daughter and the kids are coming over, and I know it'll get crazy then. So, most of you know that I'm good friends with Petra Breakstone, and this is a shawl of hers that I did last year. Forgive me, is this something in blue, or I'm not sure, sorry. But anyway, what I want to show you is the yarn, okay? So, sorry Petra, but if you look up my Instagram feed, you can find out what this shawl is, because there's a picture of me, I think in the same blue sleeveless thing, and I'm holding it up like this outside. So if you go to my Instagram feed, The Yarn and Me, you're going to find out what pattern this is. And maybe if I have a moment, I can type it in here. Anyway, so I did this last year. This yarn, I got some more of it in because I think it's a really unappreciated yarn. This is the linen. It is 50% baby alpaca, 25% silk, and 25% linen. And this is a glorious yarn to make something for summer. It's very light, and if you use it on big needles, this is DK weight. So you can see that I think I did this on an 11 or something like an 11 or some 13 maybe, I don't know. But it makes a nice airy shawl, and then, but yet it has warmth to it. So if you're chilly, you can, put it around your shoulders and you actually get some warmth if you're in an air-conditioned building or whatever. Oh, look at how nice that looks. Okay. So Petra has introduced a new pattern. It is actually on Ravelry right now. There are a few of us that are doing the test knit, but enough people had finished the test knit that she knew it was okay to release. So anyway, it is called the Marry Me Shawl, like getting married. Marry me. Okay, so Petra did the initial shawl in a white, I think it might have been a cotton or something like that. So I decided I wanted to show people what yarn in its natural state can look like. And this is not blocked at all. It's going to get much larger, but I wanted to show you the pattern because it changes very frequently. And you end up with, you've got some lace at the bottom edge, and then you go into some stocking net, and she did say that I could show this. And then you have these areas with pattern, and then you do some more stocking net. And then you have some texture. If you can make out that texture, it's like a little rib there. Maybe if I go there, you can kind of see it. Okay, and then we go to the X's, which are probably hugs or whatever. And then I just finished a part that probably won't show up, but it's actually got diamonds in it. And I have 3 more sections to finish. Hopefully tomorrow is the last day of the test knit, so I'm hoping to finish it off tonight. But I wanted to show what the bare yarns actually look like. So you can see that this alpaca, silk, and linen, it dyes beautifully. But if you don't want to dye it at all, it also makes a very nice item. So it comes in this color, and if you can't make it out, it's like an ecru. Little, I think you'd call it an ecru. A little creamy white. So anyway, I just wanted to show that to you and let you know that the Marry Me, M-A-R-R-Y me pattern is on Ravelry. And again, it is by Petra Breakstone. And I want to encourage you to check it out. So I believe today is Memorial Day. I don't know if I'll get this up in time, but I think she's got a sale going on right now. But anyway, check it out whenever. Maybe I can contact her and she'll be able to give a little incentive or something for my viewers. I also don't have them in here right now, but I have some of her shawl, I wouldn't call them shawl pins because they're not exactly shawl pins at all, but they're like these connectors. And so a lot of her patterns are unique shapes and things like that, but it's a disc system, and you can put it through one disc and another, and she's got a connector that goes through it, and then you can put your shawl on, set it up in the morning the way you want to wear it, and it'll stay there for the day. So that's a cool thing. So I just haven't posted them yet. So okay, I didn't want to talk too long. Some new things that I have in that aren't even in the shop yet. I don't know if any of you have used the Furls crochet hook, F-U-R-L-S, but I bought one to try it, and I was quite impressed. And now, a lot of them are very pricey, so I got mine for wholesale, so it wasn't as bad as it would be for you, but they did have these available to me for wholesale, and that I can sell them to you. They are $16. but they're ergonomic. And a lot of people may not realize that, as time goes on, we have trouble with our wrists and we have trouble with, doing things. And I guess you'd hold it like this. I don't know. I don't think I hold my hook the way that you're supposed to, but I hold mine like this. And I don't think that's right. But hey, works for me. So anyway, I have some of these crochet hooks. This one happens to be like an ebony black color. I don't know what else I have here. I have them starting in, I think, size F through H or I. And I have what they had at the time that I could purchase. This is the sort of a blonde wood, or the old blonde. If your family had blonde furniture, I know my grandparents did. So this is what I would call a blonde, or a light maple, light oak, maybe kind of a color. And I think I brought one of everything in here. So this should be like a red rosewood or something of that nature. Okay, this one it's not much different from the black, but there's a red burling in there that you probably can't make out on the screen. But they made these up specifically for people that want to try the Furls hook but don't want to spend an arm and a leg on them. So I can tell you they're very nice quality. As you can see, my fingers are sliding here. They feel wonderful. I can't say that I run my fingers up and down my boy or whatever the lady's name is, the other ones that are out there. So, I don't know, they just make you feel good. And we're pretty used to buying nice Chow needles or Hayas or whatever your addies. Addies are my weakness. But then we have these crummy crochet hooks. So I'm going to put these on my Etsy shop, and maybe you might want to try one out. So I'll try and run a sale on them too, so that they make them a little bit even more affordable. But they're very pretty too to look at. So, and the other thing that I did get in, I only got a very minimal amount because I don't have a lot of people that purchase these, but I got in the Flexi Flips, and I have a couple pair of the 2.75 millimeters, and I've got a couple of the size 5 and 6. I think I got sizes that if I was stuck with them, that I could use them. I think I've got a 4, 5, and a 6. Anyway, I used these to start a sock. And I know you guys have heard my woes about socks, and I loved it. I like these. They're neat. There is actually 2 different ends on them. One is a pointier end for when you're trying to really do the, get in there for the stitching and things like that. And then the other end is the normal end. I guess one is lace and one is, fingering or whatever you're using. But I really liked them. Now I was doing a sock on worsted. And okay, I'm at 29 minutes and I wanted to make this 30. So I'm just going to talk quick. There is a sock out by Stacy Trock. It is a free pattern. And she goes through and describes to you how to make the sock. So go check out Stacy Trock's patterns. It's brand new. It was released recently. And it goes through all of the parts of the sock. And the thing I liked about it is it tells you why, what that particular part of the sock is and why you're doing it. And it works perfect. So it's not a fish lips kiss heel. It's not any of those other ones. It is for somebody that has not done socks yet. and the resulting sock actually makes a slipper. If you're participating in any of the knit-alongs with Undead Heidi, it counts because it is a shorty sock. So when you get all done with it, I'm going to use mine for slippers. But I really liked the way that she just walked you right through it and explained a bit more than most patterns do. So for those, these were perfect, absolutely perfect. Loved them. So I'm going to put some of those up and go check out my sale. I'm going to say happy birthday to my mom. Hi, Mom. I know you'll see this eventually. My mom is 80 today on Memorial Day. And my birthday, my 60th birthday, is going to be on June 14th, which is Flag Day. So I'm sure this has happened before in our lifetime, but I didn't realize that, like, I'm going to be 60 on Flag Day. My mom is 80 on Memorial Day. So it's kind of fun. So I decided that it was time to have a sale. So go and check out my Etsy shop, The Yarn and I. And I know that I marked down some of the yarns there were yarns that I did at the very beginning and they hadn't sold. And so I thought, okay, well, I'll knock the prices down and see if I can clear out some stuff and make it fun. And one of the big things that I don't have it in here, I took my grandma's dish pan because I knew my mom had washed dishes at grandma's in that dish pan, and I know that I had washed dishes in grandma's dish pan, and I put all of my little mini skeins in it. And I still have more that I can add to this big dish pan. And so I'm having what's called a dish pan dive. So you can purchase 2 minis, 3, 4, 5, or 6, or you can double them up or do whatever. And I'm calling it the dish pan dive for minis. So if you're working on something and you need mini skeins or you like mini skeins or whatever, they start out, if you buy 2 of them, they're $4.50 each, but as each one goes, they go down. So I think they get down as low as $4 or $4.25, something like that. Anyway, I think it's $4. So check it out. It's fun. And you won't know what you're going to get. There's a combination of solids, there's sparkles, and there's speckles, or whatever I decided to play with. You know, it's kind of fun to take the extra dyes and do things. So, okay, well, it's 33 minutes, and I am going to try and get this up real quick. And again, I hope you're having a wonderful Memorial Day if you're in the States. And if you're not in the States, I hope you're having a wonderful day just doing whatever you're doing. And I am going to try and get another one of these out a little quicker because I think my business is kind of slowing down because I'm not doing as many podcasts. So it's going to be a little bit selfish, but I'm going to be doing some different stuff this summer. I put my dyes away. I figure I've got a lot that I can, move along to other homes, and I'm going to make time this summer to do some fun things. And my mom is coming in a couple weeks, and we're going to try some natural dyeing and just have some fun. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye-bye.